Hey guys, I'm freshly showered and here to do a video for day 9. This video is going to be basic art journaling. I want to first say that there is no hard and set rules about how you go about doing art journaling. It is a form of self-expression and expression and creative art, so there is really no limit. The sky is the limit, I guess you can say. So what I'm about to show you is some basic tools. These are just sort of a guide to maybe help you get started with your art journaling if you're thinking about doing it. And then I was thinking also maybe at the end I could show you a very basic idea of how you can incorporate collage and art journaling into your writing as well. So actually I might show you that in another video because it's only one page, so I might make another video of it and I forgot to bring it with me. Okay, so when you're starting off, the main thing is to remember is that you can use whatever you have around you as well. So I'm going to show you some things that I have around me and what I usually use and what I started using when I first decided I was going to do art journaling. So art journaling was a very scary thing for me to do. I am a scrapbooker, and with scrapbooking there's a lot of design elements and a lot of sort of precision in, I guess in my case, where certain products were used and certain ways to use them and things like that. And then mixed media sort of integrating itself into scrapbooking, and then I sort of experimented with some mists and some paints and things like that with my scrapbooking as well, so it wasn't just stickers and things like that. So after that I set myself a goal, I believe it was last year. I said I would like to start art journaling, because art journaling, it seemed, was a very raw medium where you could do anything, be anything, say anything, and it was kind of like a journal. It is a journal, but like it was different for me because I'm a very artistic person, but I also am a very therapeutic person as well, and spiritual person. So I usually write, and I write a lot, and I have lots and lots of journals, but I wasn't really up to using that in a different form, like using pictures and writing and painting and stuff to tell my story and to tell how I felt. So I get this a lot from people that I've spoken to about art journaling, and they say it's very intimidating, and guys, I can feel that too. It was very intimidating for me to start with. So I'm going to show you some products that I use, and then we'll see how it goes, this video goes, and I might actually do some more videos that are more intense and I go into more detail about my story and how the process works for me. Okay, so basically the first thing you're going to probably want to do is find a surface that you can use, and by surface I mean a book. You can buy any number of kind of books that you want, but I'm just going to show you a few examples to get your brain into process, I guess, and to get you thinking what kind of mediums can I use to start off with. So the biggest thing for me was to try and find a certain book, and I thought you had to have a perfect book, you had to have a sketchbook, you had to have this. No, you did not have to have anything, and I'm going to show you some things that you can use that will work just as well. For me, art journaling is about just making things chunky and packing shit onto it, like paints and mediums and stuff like that. I don't care if it bleeds through the page. I can go into that in more detail as well. So, this is a few options. One of the options that you can start with is a composition notebook, and I do know that a lot of countries have these. I've never seen them until I bought them at Officeworks last year. Basics exercise book, you can start with that. I actually started with a exercise book as well. It's a bit more designed, but it was basically the same thing. And this is a little notebook that I had, and I started doing my art journaling in there. It's pretty basic. This is some of my first stuff. You know, just really basic art. And so I started off with this, and I still sometimes use it when I feel like it. I've moved on to different methods, but yes, this is an inexpensive and cheap way to start. If you're troubled with using like one page because it's too thin, you can always glue 6 or 7 together. Well, probably not that many, but you know, 3 or 4 together, like I have done, to make the pages a bit thicker. And really, if you're trying out and you just want to experiment, I definitely suggest getting this as a first medium to use. Then you can go on towards buying things like, you know, your sketchbooks that you see at most art stores. I think a lot of these products you can probably find at Michael's or Dollar Store or things like that, Walmart, I'm not quite sure. Those are what I've heard places have been that products are sold. And this is basically a Montmartre, which is an art brand over here. I'm not sure where else it is. This is just a basic standard heavy page, which I could do my mixed media in as well. I haven't used this one, since it's an extra one. So you could buy that or a sketchbook like that. One example of that would be my chunkiest one here, which was basically the same thing, just without a leather cover. It had just a plastic cover, and I covered it in fabric. And it has pretty sturdy pages, and like I said, this one has taken a fine beating, and I must admit there's nothing more attractive than a beat-up, chunky art journal. And when I first started, which actually my first 2 pages of my art journaling in total is this page, which was about giving away my dog, and this page, which says, time is precious, spend it wisely, time to stop and slow down. So that was my basic first art journaling, and then I've kind of used this book over time and grown a little bit more with different methods and stuff like that. So that's definitely one medium that you can use as well with books. You can also use much bigger books as well. I showed this before, but yeah. So you can use bigger ones as well. This one's a very cheap plastic one that I bought at the department store. Okay, so those are some ones you can use. You can use little ones as well. I got this one in a magazine. It was supposed to be about like home decor, but I've just started using it and doing little sketches with it and chalk drawings. So you can buy a whole range of different things for inexpensive, or get them for free, or you know, things like that. So you can use those. Then you can use diaries, old diaries. I'm planning on using this. It has pages, guys. If it has a book, if it has a binding and has pages, you can definitely use it to art journal. I'm really excited about this one because it's got lots of memories in it too. So I don't really like throwing these sort of things out, because you can utilize the space and the pages and cover them up, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how this one turns out later on. And most importantly, you can use what you have around you. So in my hand here, I have a pile of different like brochures and magazines and stuff like that you get in the mail, or you pick up, or you know, that you may have gotten in the past, and they have pages. So the main thing is if they have a surface like this, you can use it to start art journaling. You don't need to have a sketchbook, you don't need to have an exercise book. If you really are driven to start art journaling and really can't afford that much, you can start by using just bits of paper like this. You know, I got one of these in one of my magazines. It's Mother Care, and it's got all baby stuff in it. So I can use that because it's a book. And some more, and some recipe books and stuff like that. So you can use basically anything as a medium to start with to put stuff in. Then you can buy some inexpensive paints. So that's the next thing I would suggest, is buying some paints. Some examples are these ones, which I've had since I was 13. I just got them back from my grandmother. So, you know, inexpensive paints can range between 50 cents to $5. Stock up on these, buy whatever colours you want. Excellent. If you're wanting to go a little bit more expensive, you can pick up some gesso, which you can blend into the colours to make them lighter. But also, this is a really good thing to put down. Well, I usually put it down as a base. It's sort of tinted a little bit, and it makes the white page a little bit more daunting because I've already stuck something down on it. I've had this since, I'm going to say June last year, and I use this a lot, and I'm just almost getting past the halfway point. So this might cost you about $9, but if you even if you water it down, or even if you use it a lot, it's going to still last you a good long while, a couple of months at least, so that's definitely worth investing in. Otherwise you can always just get, you know, a plain old white paint. For glues, you can get a lot of different mediums, but I like to use Mod Podge, which is kind of like it's a glue, but it also gives you a nice sort of glossy look over the top of your page and binds all the different products together, especially if you're using lots and lots of layers. Mod Podge can range from about $10 to $15, $20. This stuff, again, if you're using it, it can last a couple of months, and my last pod lasted at least 8 months, and I was watering it down, and even if I wasn't watering down, I was using it all the time. So that is definitely, it's called Mod Podge. They come in a variety of different mediums. You can find this at all art stores, I'm definitely certain of that. And then you've got your own standard glue sticks, which is what I really started out with until I realised that I could use my scrapbooking products in art journaling. But if you are looking for a very cheap way to start glue sticks, you can usually pick up a pack of 5 or 4, even 3 for $1. Stock up on those, these last pretty well. And if you're just starting out, you just wanted to experiment, then I definitely suggest starting with the glue stick. You probably won't get the nice sheen and coverage that you would with Mod Podge, but that doesn't matter. I started with glue stick and it worked fine. And you're going to want some other things like paintbrushes, pens and pencils in different forms. These are just some of the ones I started with. I just started with some fine tip art liner pens, a Sharpie or a Shubi, because this is an Asian brand of Sharpies, and some pencils, HB, etc., etc. I started doing that to draw my sketches, to draw things out, to lay things out, and also just to sort of, you know, write things down. So it's a great way, and they're pretty cheap. Like, you can buy pencils and pens in bulk, so you probably already have a lot of these at home. So if you have some that you'd like to use on your art journaling, I definitely recommend maybe picking 3 or 4 and keeping them aside for your art journaling. Then you want to have a good pair of scissors, because usually you have to have scissors to cut things, because that's just given. Scissors, again, are cheap. You probably have them in your house. I do recommend having one pair just for art journaling though, because in case they get dirty with paint or glue or anything like that. I'm also going to let you know that if you use Mod Podge or any medium like this, you're going to want to wash your brush straight away, because otherwise it will just get stuck in your brush and you won't be able to use it. Unless you're like me and I just abuse my brushes so badly, and then I have to chop the top off them, and then I just use them again until they're just stumped. So yeah, good thing. And if you get any Mod Podge on your scissors, just go and wipe them down with a baby wipe. Another thing, I don't have them with me, but baby wipes are a great technique. A great tool to use when you're doing art journaling as well. You can use them to do anything with too. Lastly, I guess, would be the ingredients for your page. And here are just some of the things I started with. I used to cut out things from magazines. This is a brand new magazine, so I'm not going to be cutting up this just yet. But I would go through it, pull out pages, pull out pictures and stories and stuff like that. Now this is where writing can come in handy too, and I'll show you this later on. You can utilize a magazine for collaging with your novels and stories as well. But if you're just wanting to just do something different, yeah, there's lots of different things in magazines. You know, you can take a picture of, let's see, this picture here. You know, someplace you want to go or something like that, and you can cut out the pictures and use them as backgrounds and things like that. I also really like to utilize things that I collect in the mail as well. Like I'm a member of Spotlight, which is a crafty kind of store here, or yeah. And I save these as well. I don't know why I've got like home decor and stuff like that, but I love colour. So I guess my idea behind it was because there was a lot of colour in that, I was going to cut that out and use it as a background, because you can always sort of paint over it and stuff like that. Then there's some like juicy things that you can put in it, like I collect a lot of postcards, so this one was an interesting one I wanted to add into my art journal because it was about it was a art contest, and I just thought that was really cool and nifty. Some things I picked up from the library. Libraries have a lot of these kind of quirky, I guess, leaflets or brochures and stuff like that, and I just thought this was so cute that I really wanted to use that picture in one of my art journaling projects. And it has like different pictures through it as well, and I just thought it would be so cute. Pictures from magazines again. My partner saved these for me because I love elephants, so I'm going to use those at one point. And then there's some really cute pictures on the back, like this one here. I just think so cute. It's a little meerkat, and he's like got his little pictures like this. It's so cute. So you can use all of this kind of stuff as well. So really the sky's the limit as well with this sort of stuff. If you've got magazines, if you've got brochures, post-it cards, if you collect stuff, just if anything catches your eye when you're out, like stickers or anything like that, go and pick them up, because they're great to utilise when you're starting out with art journaling. And lastly, again, stickers. You can buy these, very inexpensive. I'm pretty sure you can get stickers anywhere. It's really just about finding which ones suit you. A lot of craft stores have like alphabet kind of stickers, so you're looking at these kind of stickers that you can use. These are just my old scrapbooking stickers. Some will have ones that have sayings and stuff on them. Like this one says, "Life is truly beautiful, you are my cup of tea, happy birthday, I can't imagine my life without you, you hold the key to my heart, you are all of types of lovely, and I love you." And so there's that sort of stuff. And then there's things like wordfetti that you can pick up as well. If you go on any craft sites that sell scrapbooking products, these are pretty inexpensive. They range about, I think I pay $1.50 for these. They're just like little wordfetti, and I've got one for babies as well. And then really just anything like pictures and photos and stuff like that. So really, you can put anything in your art journaling, but I just thought that I would show you some very basic materials and let you guys know that it is possible to use what you have around you to start with and then grow on your caddy, I guess you can say. Like, a lot of the stuff I have now has taken me over a year to accumulate. So I started off with very basic stuff, and it's good if you are a crafter because you already have some paper and whatnot, but if you're not, there's definitely no limit to what you can buy or pick up or recycle as well. If you have pamphlets and stuff, you can recycle them too. I would recommend not keeping everything. If you have a piece of paper, let's just say this is like a magazine, and it has like one picture here and some writing here that you like, I would recommend chopping those ones out, maybe tossing those into a container and then chucking the rest of it out. Otherwise you just accumulate rubbish like I have in the past, which I'm kind of doing now, but that's just one suggestion. So I know this video has gone so super long, but I'm hoping that by people who may already be on my channel, or for people who are looking about basic art journaling, then this is definitely a video for those guys too. So I'm trying to put out some videos this month that don't just cater for my NaNoWriMo or my booktube community, but that it can also benefit other people as well who may be looking for something out on the internet. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate your viewership, and I would like to welcome all my new subscribers and thank those who are still watching. And yeah, so that is my video, and I love you all, and bye guys.